today, I was really upset. And it stemmed from something I saw. Your view discussed something. I wish I had even watched the clip. But they were talking about the new requirements, regulation being proposed for students below 16 not being able to write Jamb. 16.
Okay,
and that's talk less of even gaining admission into university.
And this is mostly for public universities.
Yes, and I find it okay. And now I'm getting upset again.
I
find it very annoying, and I'll tell you why. In this world right now that we are in, all over the world, we hear of child prodigies. We hear of people that finish school at a particular age. Mm-hmm. People that are, like the 11-year-old recently that is a college graduate. You understand? Mm-hmm. And then you start asking yourself, why can't we encourage children that have the ability to finish school and then go do something else with their lives? Because of this, so many young people have been forced to go into crime at an early age. And I'll tell you the crime. Forging your birth certificate. Let's not deceive ourselves. There are so many people who have gained admission into university, even into secondary school, with forged birth certificates just so as to meet the requirements. Why should it be so? Somebody is coming first in his or her class every year and is the youngest in the class, and then the person wants to proceed to the next level of their education, and you say you are too young to do this. Why? In this time and age. If I was in another country, if the child was in another country, if any of the children affected were in another country, their lives would be a whole lot better because their talent and their genius would have been identified.
Well, what was their claim exactly to why they wanted to put this regulation in place?
There's so many claims they make every time. First, they talk about the maturity. They also talk about the fact that, it also helps.
One of the reasons for this regulation is, Mike, why are you laughing?
Go ahead, I'll say what I'm laughing later.
Is to provide an environment where these young people can be properly catered to.
I don't get it. I'm a bit confused. I mean, how is age? But I mean, people mature at different levels, yes. And some people are way faster. Some prodigies, like you say. I've met people who are way advanced more than their years. And it has nothing to do with the number on their birth certificates. So exactly. I'm wondering how this makes sense at all.
This thing you just mentioned is just what, you see, that's why whenever we come to a lot of issues, I tell people that, look, the way you know that thing where someone says, if you don't spend 4 hours, 5 hours at this, if you don't sleep this, if you don't talk that, people...
If you don't spend 12 hours at work,
exactly. If you don't read for this long, look, people are built differently. And look, yes, some are ascribing to God, some are ascribing to nature, but that is how it is. Somebody will spend 12 hours and get nothing, and that person will spend 1 minute and get what you spent 5 days to get. It is life. How can we now intentionally stifle geniuses?
It is a frustrating venture.
I don't want to know. I don't want to start that because
because okay, look at it now. Look at it. So you finish primary school. You get into primary school normal age, 2 years. They decide, you are not to KG rather, and your teachers are like, this child is way above this class. Double promotion to primary 1. You start primary 1, you do primary 1, primary 2. By primary 3, your teachers are telling your parents that you had better go to secondary school. Your parents are like, primary 3. And then you wait and you do primary 4. And then the primary 4, you go to GSS. And then finally you finish secondary school at 13. You are told you cannot enter secondary school because you are 13.
And then you wait for a couple of years.
And then you wait for a couple of years. And then you now spend 8 years in that same university Mary, because of strike.
I would say that... there are a lot of factors that play different roles in all of this. The government has its roles. Its role it's playing. Parents have their roles as well. The individuals, the children, these young children that we are to... Because the parents and the government are responsible for these kids. So yes, I hear you. But if the regulators are saying that we need to put a proper system in place to, create that enabling environment, to create that environment where these young people can thrive, can succeed.
What enabling environment?
Mary, we would have to go. You know why this can be annoying? I finished school at 16. The next year I was already in university. So if it was now, What would
It
happen?
would be possible, Nick.
Possible.
Yes.
So I would understand.
Let me not even mention my own. Before they collect my certificates back.
She was even younger when she got to university, so you can imagine why she's angry.
Remind me of when you had to be able to do this to go
Yes,
to school.
and then you're still doing this and you've not entered because you're short.
Let's do a break.
Oh,
Tell us
God.
what you think. Use
We're
the
just
hashtag
regressing.
WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We'll find it. Do stay tuned.